fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes...
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Bridgewater on first down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
It's always fun to check in on the Chargers when Melvin Gordon's carrying the football. And in 2018, he averaged over 5 yards per attempt. But even more importantly, he put the ball in the end zone 14 times. His best scoring season in his young career.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Bridgewater. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Biggest game of Barkley's rookie year on the ground came against these Redskins. Week 14 a season ago, 14 carries, 170 yards. On third down, Barkley. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And his fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Bridgewater. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. They're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10,
11?
Hey, listen, they're trying to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down. But I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can turn up that kind of yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 11 carries, 54 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Bridgewater. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. A first down carry for Barkley. In on the stop, Bradley McDougall. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. From the 24, Wilson escaping the pressure right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Bridgewater. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Bridgewater. This one caught by Crowder. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah.
And
you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 14. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Go. Hustle.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Wilson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll kick things off with a rematch of Super Bowl 25. Buffalo making one of 2 visits to MetLife Stadium this year. This one to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. In that game, all square as they take on the
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up first and 10. A run by Barkley, going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on second and 13. Wilson, wide open receiver, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Here's Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Johnson's got it complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the fourth down. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pierre Desir in on the stop. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
14,
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins 33. Now Saquon Barkley.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
On second and 11 now. Wilson, he's got Smith here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Get on the field, defense. Did you choose the mic? Watch Mike.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Bridgewater on first down. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Bridgewater to throw it. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Bridgewater now. Washington's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Check 53. Let's go. Shoot.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here it comes, here it comes. Ready, go.
Throwing is Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Well, now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Here we go, 50-50.
Again, it's Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That's me. Hey, easy. Touch.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Complete to Washington. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll get this one to Galladay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Gordon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. He finds his target. It's Crowder.
Come on, fellas.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.